Yip, 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 yip. Kaye. Up in this piece. I don't know about y'all, but it's Sunday. Another Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I wonder if I can still change that. Yeah. Make my own tag. So we are going to be playing here today something called Hardspace Shipbreaker. Salvaging stuff. I'm not too far ahead. I'm only level 8. This thing goes all the way to like level 40 or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your theta wave levels are high. Please administer 2 caffeine pods before starting your shift.
So basically, this game is kind of like, think of it as a house flipper in space. Except instead of fixing up the house, you're actually dismantling it for scrap. And that's what I'm doing with these particular ships that I've been assigned to. And some ships, you have to be very careful. You have to be careful what you cut, what you try to dismantle, because some things are explosive or fire hazards, and they can explode, and it can ruin your whole salvage, and then it will take all of your money. So right now I'm working off a debt of 1.2 billion freaking dollars. And at this rate, it's going to take a long time, probably. And basically leasing all of my equipment, but I have to repair it because the company is kind of very shady. And right now, as the story progresses, we've been trying to unionize, and the company is very hostile against unions. because they feel that we should get everything from them, even the love and affection. Love and affection. What's up, Fox? What's up, sis? Why didn't your why didn't the frickin' thing? I might have to refresh this or something. Did you see anything? I refreshed it. Let's see. Why in the frick? Really? Let me see something here. Go back over here to our chamber. See what the frick's going on. I don't want to do a channel point reward. So weird. I thought I already like did all that with my update with OES, which I'm always nervous about doing because sometimes it'll break all of your whatchamacallits, and then you have to redo everything over again. Okay, let's see if that works. Didn't even do anything. Hmm. I'm gonna have to fix that. Well, I guess people are gonna have to read the commands or the whatever is in Frosty Tools. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. I guess I could upgrade that. much is that? Already got the upgrade with the helmet. Reorient Stinger's focusing mirror to reflect its light more directly, dramatically increase the tool's effective range. Handheld. By replacing the grapplers. How you doing today, Fox? Replacing the grapple's battery with an overcharged variant. The output power for the Van der Waals field emitter can be safely increased for a longer effective range of the field medium. I don't know if I want that. Thrusters. I was looking at these before. Let's see, the purchase of additional fuel injectors for the thrusters allow for greater coverage in the combustion chamber, further increasing top speed. Racer increases not just the size of the fuel tank, but also lengthens the fuel line to provide a significant increase in the operational capacity of the fuel unit. Who wrote that script? Or was that my mind? Material improvements to the combustion chamber have led to a slight reduction in rate of thrusters degrade, resulting in longer use at maximum output. No, I'm just gonna, I don't know. What's the most important thing? Range 2. I want the thruster thing. The charge push. That's what I want. They won't let me have it. I don't have enough. We'll wait. All right, let's start the shift, y'all. Not too bad, my brother. I am playing kind of like, think of it as a House Flipper meets Outer Space, but instead of revitalizing the house or remodeling it, you're, what do you call it, dismantling the stuff for scrap. And I have a debt of 1.2 billion some odd dollars. And they've put me in some kind of genetic enhancement existent body thing. And they tell you that in the beginning that they're going to kill your old body and put you in this new thing where you can basically work almost nonstop, but you're working for the company. And now I have to work off that debt. There was so much, there's a whole list of stuff that they hit you with, and then they stick you in there to dismantle stuff until your debt is paid.
These nuts. Got him.
What's up, Riz? Riz, unfortunately, my shout outs are not working. Thanks for the lurk. Appreciate it very much. And so the good to see you is just to let you know. And I'm supposed to be explaining the synopsis of this game. But there's the story is going like we're these shipbreakers, and we've been basically genetically enhanced, and we're paying off the debt, you know, to eventually, I guess, own our own salvage or whatever. Doing chores, so can only lurk. All right, it's no problem. I appreciate it though. Get those chores are always important. I was choring yesterday. I was cleaning. I even cleaned my outside garbage can. I sure do. I sure do. The one that the city comes to pick up. First of all, I think it's a courtesy. You shouldn't have stuff just bleh, because they give you these containers. They give you these containers that you put out by the road certain days of the week. They come and get, you know, yard trash and waste, household waste and stuff like that. But we used to have 3 canisters for like cardboard boxes and plastic, but people were abusing it. They were putting everything in there. They were putting in their freaking tires. They were putting in freaking oil. So the city said, you know what? Cut it. We're just going to have 2 of those. And if you dare put anything other than what's supposed to be there, we will not pick it up. And believe me, there were some neighbors that tested it, putting stuff in the 2 containers, putting stuff in the yard waste container. And the guy would come out and he would check. He would look under the lid to make sure that there better be just tree debris, leaves, you know, all yard waste that's basically biodegradable. Better be in that. And they'll check it. If there's anything in there besides what's supposed to be in there, they will leave it there. And the neighbor across the street, like 3 houses down, was putting in toys, old toys and stuff. And that thing sat there for like 2 weeks. And they come every week. And I don't blame them. So I keep my outside trash facility thing. I put the bleach in there, and plus it's for my own good as well, because after the cold, the freaking flies come out of nowhere like a freaking army of, what was that one movie called where those monsters were attacking? I think it's called The Wall. I think it was with Matt Damon. Yeah, it's called The Wall. But no, it's not. No, it's not. Matt Damon. It's called The Great Wall. And that's how those things come out at you. Those flies, they come out with a vengeance. And they're freaking big, and some of them bite you. It's ridiculous. So to keep like stuff at the bottom, and that thing can get disgusting too. There could be a whole freaking ecosystem in the bottom of your freaking trash facilitator holder thingy. So yeah, call me an overachiever. But yeah, I'm supposed to be breaking this stuff down, and each ship gets me closer and closer to ending my debt. But as you can see, sometimes it takes a very long time. But right now, the corporation, they have warned us about unionizing. And they said if we unionize, there'll be dire consequences, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because they feel that as the corporation, they feel that everything that we need should come from them and not from a union. If we feel that things are not right, we should come to the corporation. And we better not dare unionize. So certain parts of the ship have to go into the barge, like furniture and capacitors and stuff like that. And like the hard, like the outside ship stuff that goes into the processor, and some things that don't go in the processor or the barge will go into the furnace, and everything we get credit for. But you have to be careful that you don't throw stuff into the processor that still has that should be going into the barge, etc., and the furnace, etc. Like, this is annoying. Removing these lights. This can be very tedious. But like I said, think of it as back over here. House Flipper meets Outer Space Salvage Company. No, don't do that. I didn't want that. Don't want a tether on that. I don't want a tether on that. Damn it. I guess I have to wait till the tether wears off. It's only like a few thousand credits. Let's see, I think this can come off. Yeah, this is ready to come off. I gotta be careful to take this off so I don't move the whole ship, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So we're just gonna hit it with the tether. Hardest part of this game were the controls. But once I found out how to just stop my momentum wherever it was going, it helped out a lot. Okay, that's out of here. Make sure there's nothing else on there that can be taken. So I'll get money for sending that into the processor. I've died several times in this game, by the way, just to let you know. I have died several times because I wasn't using my grappling weapon here in my right hand. As you can see, this is my grappler. I wasn't using it efficiently because I was still learning the game, and I thought that I had to drag, stuff that was cut off of the main part of the ship. I thought I had to literally drag and head towards this and drag it in some kind of way, get that in there, until I found out that, oh shit, just use this tether. Until I found out that there's a pull on the grappler. As long as it's not too heavy, you can pull an object to you, and then there's a push. When I found that out, it made the game that much more efficient. So I can pull it, get it the frick out of here.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
So what we want to do here, I want to get this part cut off here. And then at the same time, double checking to make sure that there are no parts that go elsewhere. Like, see this thing right here? If I make the wrong cut, or I can't just pull it off. I can, but if I do, it'll ignite something on it while it's still attached to the ship, and it will explode and probably damage most of the ship and its salvage, and it comes out of my pocket. It just adds to the debt, if that makes any sense. So hopefully I'm switching to my structural scanner, which will tell me where the cuts that I can make on the ship. The ones that are in yellow are the safe cut points. And then the stuff that's in the blue, it's telling me that it's basically everything is part of the structure of this piece here. And then the stuff stuff that's in the orange, there could be lights on there, or I'm sorry, the weight of it's light, so I can easily move it with my grappler. So we'll look at the structural part here. It tells me things that may be hazardous.
Oxygen low. Note that oxygen costs can be reduced through good breathing practices.
And then there's the constant thing of running out of O2. All right, I think I need.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
I doubt. Okay, we may have enough repair kits for when the shift is over. I can repair my equipment, or basically their equipment. It's their equipment, but you have to pay for the repairs on everything. Because their motto is their shipbreakers are efficient and they will find a way to cut costs at any given interval. It's that kind of company. Kid you not. All right, let's go in here. What's holding you together here, buddy? So this may be able to just pull. Maybe be able to pull it right off. Let's see. Make sure there's nothing else on here that doesn't need to go into the processor. All right, let's see. Hit it with the tether. Yeah, there we go. See you later, buddy. Double check. It's out of there. Yeah, I thought I had to literally drag the thing in there in the beginning because I wasn't really lifting heavy parts like this. And anytime you get past this area, this freaking thing is like a black hole. This is the freaking point of, well, that red line is the point of no return. But if you go past that yellow, you're basically in a tractor beam. Or a pre-tractor beam, and it'll suck you in, and then you'll be processed. You'll die. I've done that a few times actually. I'll be honest, more than a few, I think, in the beginning because I was learning the controls, and that thing was just throwing me off.
You got about 5 minutes to fill your boots. 5 minutes left. Weaver out.
Thanks, Weaver. I can get on out of here. But once they gave me the tethers, that made things a lot easier. Shite. It said frickin'. Damn it. It said. That thing said processor, man. Had a hard time with the spacewalking on Prey. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, I have a couple other friends that stream. And I know one person that streams, she has a really hard time with the motion part of the game. And I did too. Sometimes I forget if I could be upside down and I use the barge as a reference point because that's the bottom. Good story based game. I'll check it out. Well, what was the problem you were? Was it the space? I just assumed Fox. Sorry about that. But what was the problem? Oh, it was the motion. Yeah, people have a problem with these kind of games. When I was playing No Man's Sky, that's another game people have problems with the motion. And believe it or not, I had problems with Chivalry 2 when I first started playing it. Okay. I think everything. All right, this thing says processor. There's nothing else on here that would say otherwise. Double check. What's this up here? Nothing there, nothing there. All right. See you later, alligator. Apparently, we blow on ice cream to cool it down. What? Is it fried ice cream? Blow on ice cream to cool it down. What kind of a freaking ad was that? That's interesting. Oh, I thought you were already back. I was already talking to you, Fox. Yeah, but what kind of freaking commercial is about blowing on ice cream to cool it off?
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
A Jeep hybrid. Oh my God. Sounds like a goofy commercial.
1 minute left, Cutter. If you got something cooking, now's the time to plate it and bring it to the table.
Got to get that cut right there. But I think not sure if it's on the outside here. Let's see. There it is. Found it. I'm not gonna be able to get it sent in there.
Your oxygen reserves are dropping below statistically profitable levels.
They're gonna move over there. Don't worry, that's just my shift timer. I won't run out of air. Can't freak you out when you start playing it. So I destroyed the cargo hatch, unfortunately. But it said processor. It didn't say anything else was on it. I probably should have checked to see if it was actually attached to something else on there.
Hello, Shipbreaker. This is your morning wake-up call.
So this is what I owe them every single day. And as they take their 533,000 some odd dollars, basically I only made like 400 and some odd dollars to go towards the fee or the debt. And that's how much I owe. You do the math. They basically have me locked, stock, and chained But there are other characters that are like there's like one character that's never heard of a hippo because he was born outside of Earth. Of course, another game where we've effed over the Earth and we're out trying to find somewhere else to live. I'm not gonna spend any upgrade points right now because I want it was something I wanted. I'll know it when I see it again. So basically, and I want to get as much into the level 5 area for the rewards. But as you can see, I've made some mistakes. I think on this one, I accidentally, well, in the beginning, there were 2 engines in the back. And the game warns you that you have to, once you take the back of the engine off, there's this part that's hooked up to a fuel line. And there's 4 sections of it, and you have to cut it and then remove the fuel capacitor out of there. And then you have to go down the length of the engine, and then you have to shut off the fuel gauge manually to keep it from exploding. I messed up on the first one. There were 3. You see one? Yeah, there were 3. There was one here, there was one back here, and there was one on the side. This middle part was all storage. I'll try and keep it as steady as possible for you sensitive folks that are motion sensitive folks. I know the feeling. I understand. But yeah, I was saying that I actually had problems with when I first started playing Chivalry 2, believe it or not. I had a little problem with the motion of the game. Like my eyes. And plus I just started playing again. I just started gaming again after like basically a 3.5 year hiatus when my old computer died. And so my eyes weren't accustomed to game speed. And then when the first game I started really playing was Civ 2, one of the fast-paced games, and my eyes were just like, blah. But then they adjusted eventually, and I've been a Chivalry 2 bastard ever since. Some people. Okay, that little piece. I don't know why it's hanging out. Get in there. Give me that money. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? This part down here. Can it move? No, let's see. What are you attached to there, buddy? You do have some attachments here. They're on the inside. Oh, no, they're not. They're right there in front of me. All right, let's carefully get these supports out of there. Gotta be careful of that reactor in there because it will destroy everything and I will be a laughing stock. Come to daddy. This goes in the processor. But we'll tether that. Send her on in. Give me my money, man. Boom. That was 58,542 credits. I'll get basically like 5% of that. All right. Let's take this. Be careful here. We don't want to piss that one off right there. Let's get that. No! The frick are you doing? Actually, I wanted this. Is this dead? Guess so. Thought this was a pickup item. That's for the furnace. Okay, let's see. Get that off of there.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Shoot that over here. Can that come off? Can that come off? Nope. That's part of the processor. I'm sure this has to go in the furnace or the barge, more than likely. Yeah, that has to go in the barge. I'm trying to see if there's any cuts that can be made on this thing. Okay, that's attached to that. How is this going to come off of here? It's kind of against the rules, according to the company and my supervisor. But one of the other characters says, just do it. The reason why my instruments are looking kind of going haywire is because I think it's because of this. It's giving off of a very hazardous radiation. So it's affecting my instruments, my HUD. Okay, that should be able to push out of there, I think. Oh shoot. Okay, I thought, is that moving? Okay, this can go. Let's see what we got here. Processor. What is this frickin' thing? Do I need to make another cut? It's a cut. I need to make a cut. I gotta go make another cut, y'all. I'll be right back. Can't go in from there. I don't want to go in this way either. God dang it. I'm trapped like a moth in the bath. Again. Alright. Let me get reoriented here. Need to go around the front. Alright, what is holding you in here? I see one of those peaks here.
Got about 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter.
Shut your face.
Off more than you can chew. Weaver out.
Alright, that got that out of there. Let's make sure there's nothing else on here that needs to be removed. Processor. Alright, get out of here, kid. Go turn into something special.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Nanocarbon panel. Alright. Hope I don't have to pick these off one by one. Yeah, that's part of the. Let's see. Are you coming? Are you gonna come off? Are you gonna come off? Ow. Guess I can pull it from here. Nope. No, I didn't want you to do that. Okay, there we go. Processor goes. Come on, get past that. Oh, that's moving. Don't want that to start to.
Low oxygen reserves. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Thank you very much. 69,000 credits.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan administrator to add asphyxiation coverage.
Have a nice day.
All right, so this should move. Get on up out of here. Get on. It should be about. Not sure.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
All right, we're almost at level 4. Rewards.
Till the end of the line, Cutter. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
But yeah, the controls on this when I first started, I'm like, how in the frick do they think we're supposed to play this? But then your brain just kind of goes, well, these are the controllers. Deal with it. Then you. But I'm telling you this stop, which is control on the keyboard, that made things a whole lot easier, because I was like, whenever you move one way, and then I learned that when you float one way, use that momentum to like do stuff, and then you can just even it out with while you stop. Shoot, what is that? Oh, it scared me. Oh my god. Countdown shift version. Yeah, I think that's why you're not seeing a lot of debt being reduced. Yeah, because basically I'm just paying off my daily expenses. So I was told that it's going to take a while to even see a dent until I get up to the ships that are actually more lucrative. But I don't mind. I like it gives me a chance to like really learn the game.
Have a great day.
Like the biggest obstacle, what I was telling Fox here, was the controls. Yeah, see, that's the daily debt. That's what I made. Oh, I made over the debt. But then 530,000 of that goes directly to them, and then I'm left with basically vending machine money. Not grocery money, vending machine. And then you can only do that like 3 times a week, because vending machines are expensive, I'm sure. I got 26. I want was it? Yeah, it was the grappler. And I want I think it's the focused push or the charged push unlock, rank 6. I want this right here, and I need like a few more LTs to get it. Mm-hmm. Condensed soup money. and then if you got crackers to go along with it, man, you are one of the top people in the poverty level there. Poverty level. Or the starving artist level, I should say. But it's the same thing. Hell yeah. I didn't complain. Tomato soup, always good. Some people don't like tomato soup. Controller are playing this game. I keep getting my orientation all messed up, and will move up or down when I actually want to move forward or backwards. The thing for me, Cry, was, do you use a controller or do you use keyboard and mouse? Key, okay. Your best friend and this is what I learned, your best friend for dealing with that, and you probably already know, because I'm still kind of a noob at this. So yeah, Fox, this was what the ship looked like. One thing they should allow you to do in this part is to rotate the model so you can see what it looks like behind, underneath, so you can actually plot your cutting and your dismantling. But I guess that's making it too easy. Oh yeah, for the controller, you'd be, for one thing, probably just a freaking genius or a madman. Because with the keyboard, that was, oh my God. I was like, dude, I cannot understand this. But the thing is like, if you ever want to orient yourself, what I figured out is that you look at these two things here. And if that 5 is upside down, it looks like an S, you're basically upside down. You're basically looking at it like this. Now, basically, I'm upside down. I know this because that 5 is upside down. Or, sorry, y'all, I'm reorientating myself. I would use the barge as a reference point because I know that's the bottom. Sorry, Fox. All right. I have to be motion friendly here. We have some people, of course myself, because my eyes are used to it now, are a little sensitive to the motions of the game. So I'm taking my time about moving and orienting things for viewers. Sorry, sis. Sorry. But yeah, cry is what I do as well. I use a barge as my reference point. Yeah. One of the things about the floating around where you're trying to go backwards or forward, always keep in mind that wherever direction you're going, that's where you're going. You're just going to go. But then use that. You can the S kind of stops you, but it doesn't. But it will slow your descent or your momentum in that direction that you're going. Or your best friend, here it comes. Press control and it stops your momentum completely. Like when you start, oh my God, I can't figure it. No, I want to go backwards. No, doggone it, I want it. No. And then you start, sorry, Fox. I'm just making an example. You just control will stop all of your momentum. Will stop it completely. I'm dying over here. She's legit swaying in her chair, getting dizzy while you spin. Sorry, Fox. All right, I'm going to just orient here, and I'm just going to stand still for a second for our viewers. It took me a while, Fox, but my brain finally caught on. But you'll start to see if you play this game, you'll start to see your reference point, and you actually don't get motion motion delusion, I would like to call it. That's scrap. And I'm heading left slowly. I'm trying to get this thing down here, which is a hazard. It could destroy the atmosphere in this area. This area is a contained atmosphere, as you can, but I still have to wear a helmet. All right. I think this ladder can come out of here. Come to daddy. All right, I'm reorienting north and south. I'm trying to pull that ladder out of here. Come here, you son of a gun. The physics in this game is a little odd sometimes. Last time I checked, if you are moving in space, you will keep moving until you initially stop. This game lacks that constant inertia. Yeah, I think they're trying to say that we're a little bit more technologically advanced, so we figured out that problem. So I'm guessing the no, don't. I hope that does not. Come on, you know what? You're making me nervous, and you're making me look bad. You're just a ladder. It's an expensive ladder, only $263. Like, I'm going backwards. My thrusters on my suit allows me to thrust against that momentum. So I guess it's using force against force. The thrusters, I don't know. and the glitch with moving something like a ladder, and you can completely move the orientation of the ship. Yeah, I've done that. When I was taking off the front part, the panels up here, front part of the ship, I'm backing up, Fox. I'm backing up. I'm going backwards, and then I'm going to reorient. And then, what was I talking about here? Oh yeah, the panels that were up here, and I tethered it to go into the processor, and it started turning the whole ship. I was like, no, you're gonna take the whole ship. Okay. What's my oxygen looking like? All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, don't. Stay right there, actually. I think that can come off, though. Just gonna send it straight over there. Yeah, Cry. When I first started playing this, I thought that I had to literally drag the pieces into the processing area before I found out that there's a push on the grappling. And I kept wondering, I said, well, if you can bring stuff to you, why can't I, how do you freaking push stuff away? And I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, I guess I'll figure it out later. So I would drag the stuff all the way up until the freaking point of no return. And I've gotten sucked in there at least 3 or 4 times. Only in the processor though, never in the furnace. So I guess that counts for something. And I think playing in this mode, it gives you a lot of practice with the controls and getting used to the motion of being in deep space.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Thank you for your purchase.
Yeah. That was actually kind of funny. I mean, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing with you. But that control, when I learned just to stop dead, so I'm not, when I'm floating around, I'm like, oh, slow it down. But man, you should have saw my earlier ones. Well, actually, I was learning this thing. I was get pulled in there. I'm like, oh my gosh, and I try to use the grappling. Oh no, not the freaking, yeah, get out of there. Not the tether. Or try to use my grappling hook to superhero my way out of the dire situation. But nope. It's like, I got you. I got you. And I'm not about to let you go. All right, so this thing, I need to find a way to, because it has to go immediately. I think I can detach it from here and just sling it down in the frickin' barge without it destroying everybody Rick and Morty style. I have a tendency of trying to move around and wonder why I can't go anywhere, and I realize I have the control key. But I'm making sure that this is going to separate from this panel. Okay, this makes me nervous because I already blew up one engine and I can't do it again.
We're looking at
Get out of here, kid. Get out of here. No, no. Why did... Oh, God. Frick, get back. Oh, my God. It's nerve-wracking. I was like, it's pulling the whole freaking thing. I was going to be upset. How much was that worth anyway? Well, let me snooze those ads, y'all. All right, this thing is ready to go into the processor. Oh, and I think when I tuned into I was watching you, I was like, he must be in the stage where you can make your own, you can do your own salvage or whatever. Because I was like, how did he get those to be like? How did he get those to be vertical? How did he get the furnace in the processor to be vertical? And I was like, wait a minute. What is he doing? Is he? Oh, he was in a different orientation. That was my brain. That was my brain. See, I'm still thinking I'm right side up. All right, Fox, I'm getting ready to reorientate north and south. But I'm turning clockwise. All right. If you're still there, sis. I'm going to do it slowly. Heading north and south. North. I'm coming from the west side. I'm now northwest. If you're looking to the left. Here we go, coming up to the north side of California where it rains. We are in Arcata. All right, north and south. You may now open your eyes. Okay, this can go bye-bye. Get in there. Watch it. I have a feeling there's going to be something on there that I should have detached. All right. Wait a minute. I'm actually upside down. I'm like, where's the freaking barge? So, all right, Fox, we are going to we're going back around the compass here. Heading again clockwise. I thought I was actually right side. I'm like, what the frick is birth? Who spray painted birth the wrong way? All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Actually, it looks like we're going. It actually looks like we're going counterclockwise if you look to the right. But my brain is saying we are going left to right. What my brain is saying. Our survey on your way back into the space station. Yes. This will be like the best freaking Disney ride. When that scene when Denzel Washington flew the freaking airplane upside down. This is me.
1 minute left, Cutter. I'd say get a move on, but you know that already.
All right, we are north and south again. There's the barge beneath us. See, even as much as I've been playing this up to level 8, I still can get disoriented. Because you're working on something in a different orientation, but in my mind, I'm right side up.
Warning. Oxygen reserve. Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Some like doors and piping that you will encounter later in the game. The next reactor version. Yeah, I was about to give up on the glass.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Lynx mandates a maximum of 8 hours of sleep. Any extra sleep time will be docked from the next pay cycle.
But I think the glass on the cockpit is like 82 grand. So I was like, man, I can't keep throwing this shit away. Sorry, y'all. Can't keep throwing this away. Do we have any new messages? New. No, get away from there. Get away. Did I make any LT during that shift? We sure did. Some glass is easy to remove, but on some ships the glass is either share, which isn't worth the offer. Yeah, I learned that part. I was just like, you know what? It's not even worth trying to. Even if you could detach it, it's not even worth it, and it doesn't do a dent on your hazard, whatever that thing is. I forgot what I was going to get. The frick, what was it? Was it a thrust? No, it was. No, it was something that I was. Oh yeah, the force on the grappler. Can I get that now? An updated version of the push model, this highly sophisticated unit allows for the build up of an even larger van der Waals field. Holding the device's trigger will charge up a large-scale field, increasing the effective push force by a considerable margins. I'm sold. Max force is 3,250 newtons. The next one will be, I'll be able to probably push the whole ship in there. All right, I don't want to. I guess we can. I guess we can wait till we get down to 80% before I start repairs. But the thing is, and I'm probably missing it. Can I just bring my stuff up here and will it repair my tools automatically? I'm not sure. I'm guessing you just have to buy. I'm guessing that tool is just saying, yeah, you can get a tool repair kit from here, but we're not going to automatically fix them for you. My biggest thing is the oxygen. I hate running out of oxygen. That always catches me off guard. Especially when you get into a piece that's a real meaty piece and you're down in the depths of the frickin' thing and you're cutting. Sorry, y'all. I got a little carried away. I already sound like a real shipbreaker. You're down there and you're in the belly of it and you're cutting stuff up, taking off the lights. And when you make that final cut, man, it just comes off like a nice, smooth piece of butter. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I got carried away. Sound like an old ship breaker. Yeah, man, you go down in there and that old ship is looking back at you. You in space. The ship's in the space yard. You don't think it's real until you bump into it. It's got those cockpits. Those soulless cockpits. Sorry, y'all. I love that freaking Quinn speech, man, from Jaws. I was trying to rewrite it. Wait until we can't wait to repair until 30 to 40%. Oh yeah, that's why I got the whole house flipper thing in my mind. When it said you'll get a ship and you can actually repair that. Now that'll be fun. See how that works. Lifeless eyes like a doll's eye. Don't think it's real till it bites you. Then you hear all the screaming and the hollering. You hear all the grappling and the push force. Somebody's like, oh, God darn it, I left the light on the frickin' thing. I did not know the guy that played Quinn. I did not know he was British. Sorry, y'all. I need to move fast here. Sorry, Cry. I do. Sometimes I go into little movie quotes and stuff. Okay, now what needs to be cut in here? Let's see. Need to be cut, and where is the cut coming from? I don't think it's here. Is it here? Yes. I think there was supposed to be like I forgot what they're talking about, a split cutter. I'm not sure what that's supposed to do. Is that going to come a loose now? I bet you it doesn't. Oh. Oh, shoot. What does this do? Oh, shit. Not what I didn't want to do. Sorry, y'all. I guess that's what it does. Oh my God, just freaking messing around. I feel like that part on Starship Troopers when the guy took off his helmet trying to fix it during a live fire ammunition run. And press the right mouse button to change orientation. Press V with the cutter hand. Oh, so what is it supposed to do? I mean, well, I guess I kind of answered that question, but what's the purpose of it instead of just destroying your salvage? I felt like frickin' Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters when he shot the frickin' string thing for the first time. I was looking, what does this button do again? If it says don't press it, but I'm gonna press it anyway. That just freaking damaged. Okay, well this I guess it's just furnace food now. If you want to take off an entire wall, it will make the long cuts. Okay. So is there a version with the grappler? Nope. Does nothing. The crossbar will expand, showing you what all will be cut. So it's basically it's a shortcut to cutting something if I don't want to deal with cutting one little piece at a time.
Oxygen reserves are low. Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage goals. Raw material processed. Credits deposited. Warning. Oxygen supplies are critical.
I'll give you a warning.
Tethers restored.
Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Have a nice day.
So if you put the split cutter and aim it at the wall, you will see dots expand, showing me what will be cut. Opening doors that are closed. Okay. Appreciate that. How in the world am I supposed to get? Oh, I hate that.
Entirely up to you. Weaver out.
Is it in here? No, I don't know about keys 1, 2, and 3. Ow. Wait every time I go down this way. So this would be a good time to cut through a door, right? Shit. Maybe not. He did warn me about decompression. Okay, here we go. Ah. Not sure what 3 does though. Soon to be 3. Ah. I wonder if that took away from my salvage points. Demo charges. Aha. Can you use demo charges on the door like I just did there? Probably make it safer. Well, I guess I could have did that from a distance, but I just had to put my face down in there. So what happens again when I put all this lighter fluid on the charcoals? When I light it, what happens then? You said it's gonna do something? You could, but I wouldn't recommend it. Demo charges have a fixed length. Oh, okay. Because I would have tried it. I'm like, wonder. And then I'd be starting over and pretending like it never happened. I'm like, all right, that's it. End game. End the game. What else is in here?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I doubt I'm going to be able to pull that through there. Oops, did I break it? Hope I didn't break it. I think I broke it. All right. What can be taken apart in here? I think that was the whole point of coming in here in the first place. I got all this nonsense in the way. I think it's hidden pretty nice, isn't it?
Left, Gunner. Time to start wrapping things up.
Thought you could hide, huh? Ah. All right. This is all processor. If I can get that in there before the last 30 seconds of the shift is over.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are valuable object accepted for processing.
Sometimes it feels like I get like one piece done. Okay. What if I destroyed the structure, destroyed the door? Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by, giving me those pointers. I'm a long way.
Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up.
Ooh, I didn't even make the daily. I think I blame that on not having my equipment completely at 100%. I think the majority of it's done. I just gotta make sure there's no other things attached to it. Is that a freaking ladder? Knew it.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Object processed. Transferring credits.
Lousy 33,000 credits. This whole thing's going in the furnace. This will be interesting. All right, let's check the gate on this thing. Tether her up. Send her on down the hell's way. It's like some furniture in here. What is this? I need that.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, I hope this isn't about to explode or something.
Material deposited.
What is that?
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Was trying to hide. All right, there's something at the top of this thing here that I need to try and pull out. Or did I already get it? Oh, there it is. I feel like I'm playing that Milton Bradley game Operation. Yeah, that would make it easier, wouldn't it?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
You better. What else is in here? Furnace, furnace, furnace. Are these lights, can they be taken off? All right, furnace checks across the board. Sorry about that, Fox. Tethering for the western furnace. Furnace, furnace, furnace. Furnace, furnace, furnace. Let's check the bottom here. I think we're good. Nope, there's a light. There's a freaking light in there. I mean, nope, that's not a light. I thought it was a light. We're good. I think that's the last of the shit. This should take me to level 5.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
Deposit not accepted.
Why not? Guess I'm not gonna get level 5. Oh, there was a light on there. What the frick?
Salvage goal missed. Reward potential lowered.
Well, that's over then.
Oxygen reserves critical. Link's
Did I check that thing thoroughly?
situation. Oxygen levels are low.
Oh shoot, it was for the furnace. Did I send it into the furnace or did I send it to the processor? I think I sent it to the wrong thing. That's what happened. Got my brain confused. I learned this from the person that was just in here, Cry, that you can actually pick these up if they're in the barge and they're not supposed to be in there. It'll show up as red.
Material accepted.
Well, this shift is basically over. I'm not gonna pick up any. Well, what's this up here? I almost forgot about this. I'm not gonna go all the way out there and get it.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I almost left it out there. Man, the shift is over.
Connor, we got 5 minutes left till we call her a day. We were out.
Not today. Oh, that is terrible. Wonder how much that was going to be worth.
Hello Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Make the most of your shift by fanning the tiny sparks of effort. In
All right, what do we got to fix here? Demo charges.
Welcome to Vintatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your
Tethers restored.
Have a nice day.
All right, what do we have here? We have the Big Medusa. A hazard level of 5 is a javelin tanker. Checking for any immediate soft spots on here, like panels that can be easily removed. Kind of like how a shark sizes up its prey. Is it edible? What part should I go after first? How risky the situation is. Stuff like that. Okay, we got a couple cuts here that we can start on. Make sure these are the right cuts. This is going straight into the barge. Okay, this is an antenna. I think we need to detach something else while we are detaching it. Okay, I think it just detached its own self there. Barge. Barge. I don't know why I'm not using my tethers. Oh, hold on, hold on. Wait, come back. Come back. Damn it. I think there was something else on there. No, it was good. Clean salvage there. There's nothing else on here.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Got a sneaking suspicion there's a fuel line back here. Oh. Back on the processor. Put it on the wrong thing. Good thing it won't. Oh, this didn't see it all the way in there like that. All right. What is it stuck on? Oh, this thing is still pulling it. Is there a way to turn off a tether? So just wait for it to wear off, I guess. Like a giant plug. Yeah, that goes where though? That goes into the barge. Anything else on here needs to be detached?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Wait, get in there. I'll go in there eventually.
Valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
All right, let's have a look. See what's in here. Got another one of those. Very dangerous. See some cuts back here that can be made. Another one over here. Eat it. Okay, where is this going? To the processor. Did I fly through that thing? Sure did. All right, you need to go. Sure, there's nothing else on here. Go that way.
Warning. Low oxygen levels detected.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Tether on the apartment.
Warning. Critical oxygen levels detected. Oxygen levels stabilizing. Tethers restored.
Like nothing won't explode. Let's try it again.
Cutting tone overload detected.
Well, now what? Because I have to use something else.
Cutter, shift clock says 5 minutes left. You know what to do. Weaver out.
But yeah, we were just, hold on, just got a few third-degree burns here I'm dealing with. Can't believe this thing won't melt this. Right, did that do it? I think it did. Okay. Cut has been secured. Let's double check to make sure ain't nothing else on here. All right, just go. Wait, this big old piece of thing goes in the barge. Double check. Checking the goat. What the frick am I looking at here? Is that attached? Oh, I thought that was attached to this. All right, this thing is ready to. The frick? Let me double check what I'm looking at here. All right, tether her up. Set her on down the drain there. Oil production. Oil producing truffles.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
All right, so that worked. Feel like there's something on here that needs to be detached though. Yeah, I think it's good. Sending it on down the way. Again, I apologize, y'all, for some of the jerky movements I've been making in this game. It's gonna be a bit motion challenging as the brain tries to catch up. Because it's like, wait a minute, if the body isn't moving, but our eyes are detecting this three-dimensional movement here, and the physics aren't matching up, gonna throw us off a little bit. Thanks for that, Fox. Appreciate that.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay, we got that. Slowly but surely picking this thing apart. Looks like a...
That's 1 minute left, Cutter.
Really?
You're in the middle of something. It's nigh on time to skedaddle.
All right, we're gonna have to line this up. I kind of like this, the V cutter. I got to change the direction on this thing. Boom shakalaka. But I think that piece is ready to come off. So we made a little over 2 million. They'll take their 533,000 for puppies and kittens. Sorry, y'all. I've been watching Z Nation. I revisited that show. I stopped watching it because it got really, I don't want to say stupid, but I think it jumped the shark a little early.
The last 10% of a job takes as much energy as the first 90%, which is why it's so important to always give 110%.
Can you imagine waking up to that? Every freaking morning with the bogus encouragement. Get up and do 110% because 100% is average. Here at Shipbreaker Corporation, our shipbreakers are above and beyond. So just don't do the average. Oh, and by the way, if you sleep more than 8 hours, it will be deducted out of your salary pay. Thank you for being with us because we're family. I only got 12. All right, let's go back out here. We are working on the Big Medusa. It is a model. The model is Javelin Tanker. It's an industrial. Last owner was Aquarius. It's a class with a reactor, power cell, thruster class 2. It has a hazard level of 5. And right now we're trying to get to level 5. The value is 16 million. Which is, at the rate that I'm going, I'll be forever trying to pay off my debt. But eventually we'll get it. Once we get into the higher tier ships, we should be able to start making close to like 40 million. All right, where did I make that cut? Where did I make that beautiful incision? Wait a minute, I cut this before I left. Why is it still intact? It should not. Okay, there we go. Should not be intact. Make sure there's nothing else on here. All right, she's ready. Sending her through. Oh my God, what the frick? Oh my God, what the frick just happened there? The frick did it say an ion? Something was on there. All right, let's frickin' check this thing. Ridiculous. Ion ring, it's inside here. How in the world? Okay, we got to cut it out, I guess. Yeah, they're making a decision here. I'm not sure how, though. This is going to be interesting. Is this whole thing Ion ring. Okay, maybe we don't need to make an incision. Maybe I got my colors confused. But I'm kind of curious. I don't want to destroy the salvage if I don't have to cut into this. But it's saying that there's an ion. Is this whole thing the ion ring? Ooh, or no? Look, oh, hold on. See, that throws me off too. All right, let's take the structure. Let's take a look at the structure here. Okay, there's nothing inside there. Okay. There's no electrical system in there. Okay, so that's good to know. So we'll send that on down to the barge. Hopefully I'm sending it to the right place this time. I must have sent that other part to the processor. It's going. Make sure, give me that credit. Give me those credits. All right. It would have turned red if it wasn't supposed to be in there. In this part. I thought I cut this part before my shift ended. I must have I didn't finish cutting it, no wonder. All right, switching to cutter. Oh yeah, I have to use the V slicer. Oh. All right, she's ready. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I get so used to thinking that everything goes into the processor. I think this big chunk of change here, my brain goes, no, that's processor. But it's clearly saying barge. Careful not to send it through the ship. Anything on top of that looked awfully suspect. Too late now. Nope, it's all barge. Excellent.
Salvage deposit registered. Account accredited.
All right, we got to go inside here. Start cutting it. Getting the cuts that we want. Let's see, where's where's the entry of the front here?
What did you say?
My God, it scared
You
me.
need a water break. You need a water break. Water is for cowards.
Thanks for that water
Makes
break.
you weak. Water is for washing blood off that uniform, and you don't get no blood on my uniform.
You must be outside your flipping mind. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Riz, for that water hydration break. Very much obliged. Get that out of there, and then we'll come back over here, and then hopefully
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
checking for loose spots. I would name my grappler the shark, the great white.
Oxygen reserves
Dagnabbit, man.
Lynx recommends regular gentle exercise to increase blood oxygen levels.
Give me some air so that I may breathe.
Tethers restored.
Man, they want me to come all the way back to the back of that bad boy. Because they would say in the South. Why won't you open? I guess I have to hit it with the... Let's see if there's another way around. Oh, that's supposed to be planet Earth? I don't even remember. I don't remember the storyline. I guess we can cut here. This will go in the processor. Processor. All right, let's cut here. This is more... This makes more sense to cut here. Let's see. I think we're going to have to use our... Okay. We need to spend some money on a more powerful... Shit. What the frick? What was that? I do need some water. All right, hold on. I thought I thought I had cut something wrong and I thought the timer was going off. 1 second. That avatar does some weird stuff when you walk away from the camera. That's what I heard. Scared me. All right. Let's see where this goes. Can you come off of there? Can you move? Anything else attached? What?
Shift's got about 5 minutes left in her. Let's make them count. Leave her out.
Dude, I can see the clock. I feel like there's something. Furnace, I knew it. How in the frick is that supposed to get off of there? That is attached. Okay, maybe if we go in here. Oh, let's pull this off. Float in there. There you go, Fox. I'll send that Amazon style. I'll take it though. Anything else in here? Yep. Aha. Ooh, what's that? Activate atmospheric. Activate it? What do you mean activate it? Why did I see something that said activate atmospheric? Something. Oh, there it is. Activate. I pushed the button anyway. All right, that goes in the barge. That's ready to go. Maybe we can make some room here. Oh, very good. Very nice. Looking like a nice, clean, unadulterated cut. You in the water, you in the frickin' yard. Ships in the yard. All right, I won't go back into the spiel again. All right. There's a lot of junk in here. That's where they get you at, with the tediousness of the junk. No, 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 no. Okay, what did I just tether up there? Get control center out of there. Thanks for making your way over there. Didn't have to do that. Anything else in here? What's up in here? Up in here. All right, we'll take that. Airlock console. Trash. Wall terminal. Trash. Computer terminal. Trash. Probably needs a new GPU anyway. What else we got in here? Some potato chips. Some tater chips. It's called Funny Chips Classics. Into the fire. Here we have, I don't know what that is. All right, can this whole thing go in?
Oxygen reserves are low.
Can this whole thing go into the, oh, hold on, we gotta get this light out of here. All right, let's make our way back over here, get some O2. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Oh no. All right, we're in. So we destroyed one ion ring and an atmosphere regulator. Okay, take it out of our butt. But I still managed to make my daily rent and whatever.
It's time to begin your workday.
What was this thing I got to float in there? New hob poster available. Customize your living space to boost your mood and increase productivity. All right, so we'll put it. I don't know. Let's put her. Let's go to the home decor. I don't want to hang a dog over my bed. I can go right there. That's cool. All right. Go ahead and fix our stuff. What needs to be fixed? Nothing really. I think I wanted to There's something with the grappling that I was concerned about. Let's. Oh, the cooling effects. Let's see. Overheat cooldown equals 25 points. Overheat cooldown plus 5 points. So this would increase my heat capacity plus 10 to 110. This would increase my overheat cooldown plus 5. Or I can go with a reorient of my drill. Not my drill, but my cutter. The Stinger's focus mirror to reflect its light more dramatically increases the tool's effective range. Replacing the grappler's battery with an overcharged variant. The output power for the Van der Waals field matter can be safely increased for a longer effective range of the field medium. Let's see, thrusters. Allows greater coverage in combustion chamber. I'm not really looking for increased this fuel size. Okay, so we can get those at level 7 and not or 8 and 9. The laser concerns me. Let's go with the debris effects can cause minute blooming, leading to a buildup of excess thermal energy. This isn't telling me anything about what this does. Can cause minute blooming. Heat capacity. Okay, that's what it is. Range. Not too concerned about range. Incremental advancements in cutter heat sink tech. Most ship breakers report a slight reduction in their durability. Durability drain. I'll come back. Actually, well, that's level 8 stuff. Removes the lead shielding normally required to operate the device in an open environment, allowing for greater scan range. Legal precedent. Hours to be still. All right, we'll go with that, man. All right, shift. 15-minute shift. What? Scrap. 0 credits. What? Link salvage. For you can be salvaged too. Let's see. Do we have everything out of here? What is that? Barge. Elder Barge.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
All right. Yeah, this goes in the furnace. I thought so. There is the cock pit thingy. The glass. Go here. You know what? Just gonna tether it.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
There it went. Double checking the gate on this one. I think this is all processor. Send it. Send it. Send it.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
All right. Processor. There you go. I think this is the back of the bus. We have the cut in there to get in there. Might cause some decompression issues. Checking in the very back, I guess. There's what's in there? I don't know what's in there. All right, let's get another glimpse of the overall look of this thing here. That's going to be interesting. All right, we can start with this antenna here. Barge. That goes to barge. This goes to processor. Wait a minute. Okay.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
To the barge.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
I wonder why they won't let me go. Oh, yes. Wait, hold on. Never mind. Complaining for nothing. Yeah, this is processor. Oh, yeah. That's why I left this alone by itself. I think we should do the front part first. There's a lot to disconnect back here. Plus, we have this reactor back here. One false way, and this whole thing is up in smoke. So what we can do, actually, we can just start with this. Start with the hard part first, or the more difficult.
Warning. Oxygen
Damn
levels
it.
are dropping.
That's what I need. Upgrade it.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Oxygen levels stabilizing. Hazards restored.
Going back around. The frick is this? There's a lot of cuts we made from that. Cutting. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't set off a chain reaction. Okay, good. Let's cut that. That should push open. If it's not up, got some attachments here. Get that light off of there. All right, so that should dislodge. Got this part up here. I don't see nothing sliding. Why isn't anything sliding?
Gunner,
What?
5 minutes remaining in this shift.
Oh,
Get in while the getting's good.
all right.
Weaver out.
Thanks. Thing didn't even budge. What are you attached to here? I think this is for this. We'll see. All right, let's just see if it moves. Period. Thought so. A little heavy. All right, let's grab this thing and send it straight to the barge. All right, threat neutralized. It would be better to go that way. Since it's already in that angled position. Why do I have two tethers on here? Guess you guys are gonna see a space tug of war between the structure over here, Berth, and Processor Paul over here. Looks like Processor Paul is going to win this contest beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, see, you go past that yellow line, you're in danger. It's about, I don't know, 153K.
Processing valuable deposit.
102
Credits transferred.
with some extra on there. Extra hot sauce. Checking for soft spots. That denied the laws of physics there for a second.
1 minute warning, Cutter.
1 minute? I thought I had 5 minutes. Sure, there's nothing on it. All right. Get a hee-haw going there and get a little faster there. Watch out for the gravitational pull of the furnace. Watch out for that wall.
Warning. Your oxygen reserves are dropping below
Who needs oxygen?
levels.
Put her on in there. Well, shift ended. We made a little over 2 million. 500 plus goes to the company. But we're getting it down. Slowly but surely chopping it down. Not sure how many shifts I have to do on this one ship though.
Good morning, shipbreaker. Lynx would like to share the following message. The only P's permitted in the salvage yard are Prophet, Processor, and potassium trifluoromethane sulfonate.
What she just said, I guess. I think we're good. I think we're on day 4 of this.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Okay, good. slowly but surely breaking this ship on down. I think I was going back here. I was starting from the rear. No, 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 no. I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. All right, let's get this light bulb out of here. And Sublime.
Salvage secured. Applying credit. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm not sure what's in here. But we will find out, I guess. What's that? Always the ones at the bottom that are tricky, because you'll forget about them. All right, the bottom's just gave up the ghost here. Got a whole bunch of stuff in here that needs to be removed. A whole bunch of stuff. Got computer terminals, lights, door console. What's this? Well, let's make it easier for us if we open this up. Guess we can just start. Is that moving? Gives us a little room. Yeah, since you're going over that way, just head right over there to the processor. Thanks for being cooperative.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
I kind of wanted this whole wall to move, but I guess it's a, I don't know. Let's see. Ow. Oh.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Checking for soft spots. I think we want to get this out of the way if it's possible. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I don't think it's attached to anything. I think it can pull off. Let's see. I think this is pullable. Yep, this is pullable. I feel it. Yeah, go ahead and pull that off of there. Make sure there's nothing else on it. Nice chunk of scrap. I think that can go in there along with you. What's that? Oh.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Sure those are in there. All right, good.
Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Thanks. Peel it like an onion. This part's going to be interesting. Cutting all that. All right, we got some junk in here. Let's move the rest of these.
Warning. Low oxygen reserves.
Already?
Deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Oh, damn it. What aluminum?
Warning. Oxygen reserves are critical. Oxygen levels stabilizing. Hazards restored.
Just doing some cutting. The frick was that? Whoops. Wrong way. Wait, what was I just cutting? Oh, here we are. All right, processor. Wait a minute, I see processor and I see barge. That kind of throws you off.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
All that cutting I was doing, that's all I got. Oh, there we go. Down to the pit.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Oh, what are you stuck on? What are you stuck on?
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Wonder what's going to happen when I cut these support beams here. Is the whole thing going to collapse in on itself? Why is that still attached? This is going to be interesting.
Time is winding down, Cutter. Dig deep. Let's finish strong.
Frick. Out of range. Whoops. That was not what I was trying to cut. Okay, I guess this can't be cut.
Warning. Oxygen low. Note that oxygen costs can be reduced through good breathing practices.
Not sure how that got destroyed, but it got destroyed. It got roided.
Breaker 9346-52.
Mm-hmm.
Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
It's all about salvage. Oh, we got a new sticker. Out of here. Oh shit. Was I almost in the furnace? Okay, what were we doing? Oh yeah, I got all that nonsense in there that has to be taken out. What is this stuck to? Are you attached to something here? Means we have to go on the inside. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Slowly but surely getting this thing done and dusted. Oops. Aha. Well, it kind of makes it a little easier. All right, now let's see. Processor, barge.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Did this not go? Or was that just another piece?
Deposit accepted for processing.
All right. This goes with the barge. Let's double check to make sure there's nothing in there. All right.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
I had a sneaking suspicion that was going to happen. And it snuck too. That's why you always have to double check.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Now, do I want to pull this stuff out from here? I still see if we can cut some more over here. Nope. But I'm guessing I could cut this open. This has to go to the furnace anyway. All this goes to the furnace. So, let's see if we can cut this with precision. I'm not even sure what happened there. Oops. Did I damage the panel? Did I damage the freaking panel, man? Got so much junk in here.
Warning.
But
Low oxygen.
it would give me some low oxygen nonsense. All right, let's make a choice. We'll get oxygen. Wait a minute, I'm trapped. Yeah, panicking. Which I shouldn't be panicking. Got plenty of oxygen.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase.
Are you really thanking me? What's this thing floating out here? Okay, what was I doing before I was rudely interrupted by impending death? Oh yeah, I should have probably should have tried to cut it from out here. Let's see. Come on, man. Don't claim to be a surgeon, but my gosh. Did it do it? Ooh, there's another. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's okay. I feel good about that cut. It's my first one. Oh, no, don't do that.
All right. You got 5 minutes left in this shift, Cutter.
Ow.
To turn the lights out on you. We were out.
Where are you going, Glass? All right, you're going to the fiery furnace.
Material accepted.
It should make up for some of that damage. All right, so we got a bigger area to pull his stuff out of instead of trying to pull him out of those small little holes.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Salvage registered. Transferring credits. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited. Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Hmm. 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 All right, let's see. Let's see. What is this? Barge material. Got some more barge material down here. So
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
better. Any more loose spots around here?
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
Seconds left to wrap things up, Cutter.
Whole thing is ready to go.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
wonder. All this is furnace.
Warning. Oxygen reserves are low.
Probably could make a cut there. Somewhere. All right, I'm going to leave that on a cliffhanger. I'm leaving it on a cliffhanger, y'all. So it looks like I'll be back with some more Shipbreaker. I'm thinking, hopefully. Just checking to see if there's anybody to raid. Anybody out there? I don't see anybody live. Well. In that case, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I'll be back. I'm trying to get more of my streaming schedule back up and intact. Sundays should be maybe a good one, but more likely it'll be Saturday and Sunday. And still working out the rest of the schedule during the week and so forth. Could be exhausting sometimes. Thank you, Phoenix, for that. Thanks, Fox. I'll probably have my shout outs fixed by the next stream. Hopefully. Other than that, I will see y'all good people later. Have a good rest of the week. Ciao.